Donald Trump is back in the headlines, and this time he's being absolutely shredded by medical experts after delivering one of his most reckless press conferences yet, in a bizarre and dangerous move.
We understood a lot more than a lot of people who studied it. Just a few decades ago, 1 in 10,000 children had autism. So that's not a long time. And I've always heard, they say a few, but I think it's a lot less time than that. 1 in 31, but in some areas it's much worse than that, if you can believe it. 1 in 31. And I gave numbers yesterday. For boys, it's 1 in 12. I was told that's in California, where they have, for some reason, a more severe problem.
Trump stood at the podium and falsely claimed that Tylenol use during pregnancy is linked to autism without offering a single piece of scientific evidence.
But whether it's 1 in 12 or 1 in 31, can you imagine? That's down from 1 in 20,000 and 1 in 10,000. The first day all of these great doctors behind me were there, I told them this is what we have to find out. Because when you go from 20,000 to 10,000 and then you go to 12, there's something artificial. They're taking something. And by the way, I think I can say that there are certain groups of people that don't take vaccines and don't take any pills that have no autism. Does that tell you something? That's currently. Is that a correct statement, by the way?
There are some studies that suggest that, with the Amish.
The Amish, yeah, virtually. I heard none. See, Bobby wants to be very careful with what he says, and he should, but I'm not so careful with what I say.
Doctors, researchers, and health organizations across the country slammed Trump's remarks as reckless, misleading, and potentially life-threatening. Why? Because untreated fevers during pregnancy are known to cause serious complications like miscarriage and birth defects. By fearmongering about a safe and commonly used medication, Trump is risking real harm to families who trust him. Critics say this isn't just about medical misinformation, it's about politics. Trump has a long history of pushing false claims about autism, often to stir up fear and score points with the far-right base that demonizes vaccines, public health, and even neurodiversity itself. By weaponizing junk science, he undermines decades of legitimate research and spreads unnecessary panic among families already facing difficult decisions. Experts warn that his comments could drive pregnant women away from safe medical treatments, creating exactly the kinds of health crises doctors have worked so hard to prevent. Anthony Davis wasted no time reacting to Trump's meltdown, torching his statements as reckless fearmongering that shows how little respect Trump has for science, health, or truth. This press conference backfired spectacularly, leaving Trump exposed, mocked, and once again proving why his words carry dangerous consequences. The question now is, how many more times will Trump's reckless rants put people's health at risk before the public finally says enough?